Hey there, this is Andrew with the ADS Agency. Thanks so much for coming back. If you're here, it's because you're here for part 3 of our series, all about getting your marketing plan together for 2019. And so if you missed it, part 1 was about getting your business goals together. Part 2 was about remembering who you are as an organization, what makes you tick, what makes you you. Also getting a lay of the land for competition. It's important to redo that every year because it is an ever-evolving landscape always, especially now. And also to remember your target audience. Who are they? What do they believe in? How can we make them the best advocates for us by educating them, by giving them all the tools they need to love our product and service and even be able to sell that to others for us, be brand advocates for us. We didn't talk all about that in the last video, but those are the kinds of things you need to be thinking about. So part 1, part 2, and this is part 3, all about your marketing and branding strategy. So now we're getting into your marketing strategy itself. And so your marketing strategy, there are 7 things I want you to think about. And I'm going to do this oh so fast. So there's 7 P's that you need to include in your marketing plan. There used to be 4. These are the 4 marketing P's. You can think of them as promotional, some people used to call it the promotional mix, the marketing mix, whatever, the 4 P's. And now there's 7 P's. So you'll see lots of P's out there. I'm going to tell you about the 7 that we like. And then you can kind of judge yourself accordingly what fits best for you and your organization, okay? So these are the traditional 4 is product, price, promotion, and place. And then there's some new ones of process, physical evidence, and people. So I have just a few minutes to run through that with you. I'm going to try to do it oh so fast to be mindful of your time. So, all right, let's go. Product. That is your product, obviously. What is it? And obviously that can be a service as well. What is it that we offer that is so different and unique than our competition offers? That thing that uniquely solves a problem that our target audience has. So if you did the steps in the previous videos, you would note that there's something called buyer personas. Some people call them avatars. Whatever it is, you're thinking about your target audience and consider their problems that your product or service can solve. In this section regarding your product, you're going to revisit that and you're going to really spell out what our product is, what makes it special. And these are, let me back up a second. Talk about why these P's, 4 P's, 7 P's, and all that are important to your product, because the product, price, promotion, place, and all the other P's all are about getting your product in front of the right people at the right time for sales to happen, right? Because you're solving people's problems, but it needs to be positioned right so that people see the value in it, so that people ultimately purchase, right? So when you're talking about your product section of your marketing strategy, it's really considering what is it about our product that makes it so unique and so special, that really solves these customers' problems. So that's product. Pricing, it is the price, but what is the strategy behind the price that we have? Are we right at a competitive mark? Are we on the lower end of most of our competitors? Are we higher? Are we more of a premium luxury product? So depending on where we fall, that can send clues to our target audience about who we are. And what they can expect in terms of the value that gets delivered when they partake of our product or service. Okay, so that's price. So now on to promotion. Promotion is the heart of marketing. So promotion is all about how are we going to sell these products to people? What are those things that we need to be thinking about in terms of promoting the products? So those are your marketing, your advertising, your PR stuff. It's all the things that you want to consider in terms of how you want to promote your product. So that should be in there. Product, price, promotion, place is the next one. So with regards to place, this is really placement. So it's beyond brick and mortar. Of course, if you have a brick and mortar element to your business, then obviously consider that. You know, if you're a McDonald's franchisee, if if you're Starbucks, whatever, of course you have to consider your retail and your real estate. And beyond that, really what we're talking about for most businesses is your placement online. Is your stuff on Amazon? Do you sell stuff on your own personal website? Facebook has a shop. Instagram has a way for you to sell directly now as well. Are you Etsy? Whatever. How are we going about placing the product? Where do customers go to actually buy your product? So that's placement. All right, cool. So that covers the 4 traditional P's: product, price, promotion, and place, and the 3 additional new ones. And of course, you can see lots of them out there. Use it as it feels best for you and your business. There's process, physical, evidence, and people. So with process, those are all the processes involved with, what it takes to get your product to market. So that may be something like business development. It's your R&D. If you're in new product launch mode, but your sales teams, all that, maybe part of your processes this year involves ramping up your sales team so that you can support your efforts this year properly for your marketing and branding plans. So processes, just consider the processes. And a lot of times this has to do with operations. So quality control goes into this too. Think about quality in terms of your product or service. That's process. Physical evidence are all the things. Think about touch points with your customer experience. So, if I'm Starbucks, it's my app that people can download and see. It's my website. It's my physical store, my physical actual location where people go in and buy coffee and sit down and have an experience. It's everything. It's the attire that they wear, the little aprons. And now some places, everybody's got a little hat and whatever, down to the name tags, all that stuff, the signage, everything physical, any kind of little cards, gift cards people can purchase, all that kind of stuff. For you, it'll be like brochures, your PDFs, any tangible thing, your business cards that people can walk away with, okay? So think about that with regards to physical evidence. And then finally is people. People are what is going to make this happen. So this is your marketing team and your sales team, your business development team. Not to be confused, because that's very common. Marketing is not sales. Marketing is not business development. However, we should work together because marketing should support business development. So people, your people section of your plan should be all about who are the people we need to involve and why? What are their roles in making this plan successful this year? Who do we need to be considering and what are they going to do in each part of this plan? So you may have a PR person, you may have your marketing person, your communications person, your web developer, your app guy, your graphic designer, your business development team, or maybe all those people are you and you're just looking to outsource a few of those things, whatever it is, thinking through once we get this marketing strategy together and the actual plan, the tactics of exactly what we're going to do, then you need the people to execute that stuff, right? Because if you don't have the people to do it, it's all on you. Is it possible for you to do this whole plan by yourself? Is it? You really have to think through that and think through who do you need to do what to make that plan possible and work. Achievable is what we need, okay? Boom, that's it. That's our 7 P's. Product, price, promotion, place, physical evidence, process, and people. Those new 3 P's are always so hard for me to get in order, but there you go. Boom, those are the 7 P's. That comprises your marketing strategy section. We're not down into the tactics yet. Next week, we'll be talking about budget and tactics and ROI. How do we measure this stuff? How should we budget? What should we be considering, line items in our budget, all of that, okay? So that'll be next week. Thanks so much for joining us. And don't forget, you can go back and view weeks 1 and 2. If you missed those, again, business goals, remembering who we are, our target audience, and also surveying our competition through SWOT analysis and that kind of thing. That's weeks 1 and 2, and this is week 3, part 3 that we just did with the 7P's. Next week we'll be on to part 4. Thanks so much for being here. If you have never subscribed before, please consider subscribing on YouTube. You could just click subscribe and then also click the little bell so you get notifications every time one of these videos rolls out. And also don't forget about us on iTunes. You can subscribe there and leave us a review. You know, if you've listened to us before, if you're listening now, leave us a review on iTunes or wherever you're listening to this, Spotify, wherever it is. And finally, don't forget, you can also connect with us, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And secret, we now have a new Facebook group. It's so fun. I love these people. If you are an entrepreneur, personal brander, solopreneur, if you enjoy these videos, if you're in that space where you're trying to make it, consider becoming a part of our A-listers group on Facebook. You can find us. It is a closed group, but you are welcome to join us. And so all you have to do is go to Facebook, go to the ADS Agency Facebook page, and then click the little button. You'll see it on the right side of your screen if you're on a desktop, and it says, you'll see a little button about our group there, and then you just click that and boom, you get access to the A-listers group. I have to approve you, of course, because it's closed, but you are welcome. All right, that's it. I'm out of here. Have a great week and chat with you later.